Who are you?
I'm racist.
What are you doing?
I kidnapped autistic kids.
Why?
I busted on emojis.
Get some help.
Wolfenstein New Order is a restart of a classical franchise of hardcore shooters, back when there were no casual regeneration and press X to win. The game came out in 2014 and was one of the best single-player shooters at the time. The New Order will tell you a story of the world after Second World War if Nazis had won it. Instead of Nuremberg trials, Nazi scum takes over Europe, America and the world, making it a global superpower. They got to it by working on advanced technology that allowed them to develop military and civil infrastructure decades ahead of the progress. As a result, everyone is walking around with emojis on their arms. We see their flags everywhere, their impact is seen in brutal architecture of Berlin, their cold inhumane prisons, mass surveillance of population, and total oppression of everyone who doesn't fit the Aryan standard of blue eyes, blonde hair, and...
Sussy blue balls.
We play as an American captain
B.J. Blazkowicz,
who was fighting Nazis in World War II before ending up in coma at a psychiatric hospital in Poland. One day Nazis decide that they no longer need this hospital filled with those inferior to them and kill everyone there. Everyone but Captain Blazkowicz, who survives and starts his journey to find resistance that will help him defeat the Nazi scum in this new world order. For the rest, the story is not too creative, yet still keeps you interested. You will get a chance to go to plenty of different places, and seeing everything Nazis did to the world will only motivate you more to kill all of them. By the way, subscribe to this channel for more outdated reviews. Wolfenstein Old Blood coming soon. Wolfenstein the New Order is a modern view on classical hardcore shooters. I played it on normal difficulty and there were several situations where the game grabbed me by the testicles with its challenges. Enemies are not particularly smart but are numerous. Some enemies wear armor and will require a higher caliber penetration.
Come on, let's go.
Luckily, the game gives you a vast variety of guns to choose from, and on top of that, any gun can be used as a kimbo. Is your shotgun not good enough for that big robot?
No!
How about you try two?
Now that's a lot of damage!
You have classical pistols, rifles, shotguns, but you also have laser guns that need to be charged at special charging stations scattered around the map. However, if you're a man, you'll be using old guns.
Why are you gay?
At least the electric guns are more sustainable, right? Oops. Gunfights are epic and engaging. You push enemies with two guns, lose your health, take cover, the cover can be broken, you start looking for medications, enemies pushing you, you kill a giant robot, take its gun and massacre everybody. The action gameplay is awesome in Wolfenstein. The stealth gameplay, on the other hand, which game allows, is not too interesting and the dummies are dumb and can barely see you. Early on in the game you can make a choice that will impact your game and whether you'll be improving your health or armor. The game doesn't change much from the choice you make, so there's little motivation to play the game several times. The game might be just a little too long, especially with the final boss that is quite stupid to kill. I was stuck with it for like an hour because the only way to kill him that I found was to use a weird semi-glitch where he can't hit you. Another thing that will frustrate you if you play on a console is that the throwable knife is the same button as melee. You're trying to be all stealthy and by accident you throw a knife. Silly. The game overall is challenging, so don't be ashamed to play on easier difficulties, even though the game will mock you for it. Wolfenstein the New Order looks good, guns feel real and it is fun to shoot them. I had no bugs, no errors, it worked stably and it looked alright on my Xbox Series X. Final results. The story is 7 out of 10. The main storyline is a typical action movie, yet some interesting characters and an unusual setting make it exciting. The gameplay is 9 out of 10. It is dynamic, it doesn't get you bored, it is challenging yet reasonable. The only thing I would have added is more stealth and more melee action like a chainsaw or hammers would be entertaining. Graphics are 7 out of 10. The game looks good. The game is not new, so you can get it pretty cheap and it is also available for you in Xbox Game Pass. Final note is 8.5 out of 10. fans of classical hardcore shooters, definitely check it out. If you're not one, still try it on an easier difficulty, the game is worth it. Feel free to follow this channel for more Xbox Game Pass game reviews. Auf Wiedersehen.